Good afternoon, Philadelphia Eagles fans, and good afternoon, NFL fans, to week 16 of the 2019 football season, where this week our Philadelphia Eagles come home for the biggest game of our season and potentially the biggest game of Carson Wentz's career. We take on the Dallas Cowboys here at the Link to see who takes control late in the season of the NFC East and potentially punches a ticket or gets one step closer punching a ticket to this year's playoffs. Now, to start this video, yes, this is Christmas time. So first I'd like to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all my subscribers, number one. Number two, anybody that's tuned into this video, and thank you to all you guys that have showed love this entire season. I don't care even if you're just Eagles fans or I've had a couple people from other teams, very respectful fans from other teams. I hope you all have a blessed Christmas, Happy New Year, and a prosperous 2020. And on that note, I also like to give a huge shout out. This is a time of the season where you like to say thank you. Family and friends, people that have been with you, you're thick and thin, people that encourage and lift you up in your life. So this shout out goes to a special friend. I like to call him Uncle Lee and his Flapjack Shack. Awesome guy. It's the kind of friend that invites you over and says, hey look, do me a favor, don't bring anything except for an empty stomach and let's hang out, have a good time, and eat some pancakes. So it's a special shout out to my man, Uncle Lee. Hope you have a great Christmas with you and your family, and let's go Birds. I told you I was gonna do that. But on to football. This is what I'm talking about. A couple days ago, made sure to go on whatever app I need to. Make sure I'm gonna be having tickets to Sunday's game. I think it's at 4:25 here at the Link. I'll be sitting in section 204. And right now, it's nice and quiet in that stadium. 2 days from now, it's gonna be a little different. Because our Philadelphia Eagles have now found ourselves tied for the lead of the NFC East. We don't look as so great for tiebreakers because Dallas flat out beat the living mess of the LA Rams. Now we find ourselves both 7-7, but Dallas holds a tiebreaker against us because earlier in the season, they pretty handily beat us, got out to an early lead, and so far they're up on us 1-0 in the NFC East, and they have a better NFC East record, which I believe they are 4-0, which means logistics. Let's get that out of the way early. Our Philadelphia Eagles have to win this week. I think it's actually kind of possible to tie and still win the NFC East, but let's not talk about that. We need to win, because if we lose this week, our season is over. And this is why, one of the many reasons why this is one of the biggest games of Carson Wentz's career. Because Carson Wentz hasn't played in the playoffs yet. He set us up really well, 2017 season, 11-2 record, and handed it off to Nick Foles, and we know what happened after that. Last year, got injured, once again, handed off the team to Nick Foles when it seemed like we're dead. We also know what happened there too. This year, there's no security blanket with Nick Foles. Carson Wentz has been pretty healthy all season. And now, it's his time to lead our Philadelphia Eagles to shine in a playoff type atmosphere where everything is on the line. If we don't win, we go home. Or in this case, we stay home. But a lot needs to happen that we are under control of. A lot of things that can happen on defense. I'm not going to leave out special teams, but I think the focus this week is definitely also on our offense because it's been banged up, but it seems like we've found a formula to win. And it's come with some least likely type people, some underdogs. And that's kind of like our motto and something that's been working for us because underdogs perform when their backs are against the wall. And we have seen that the last 2 weeks where we played against the Giants in Washington. I could care less what other people think, what other people say. Divisional games mean something completely different. Those are teams that know you very, very well, so I don't care what the record is. The Giants in Washington know us very well, so they're going to play us because they see us at least twice a year, at least. And quarterbacks like Eli Manning, and in this case Dak, and coordinators and coaches for like Washington have seen us a lot, and they know what we play, so they know how to game plan the best against us. So the fact that we came back against teams that don't have good records doesn't matter. It's showing the grit and the heart that our team has, that we're not giving up on a season that looked like it could be dead weeks ago when we were losing against Seattle, losing against the Patriots, and definitely lost against Miami. This team has heart, this team has fight, and we have called up people, least likely heroes, week to week, that's cause for us to win. First up was Boston Scott. Had over 120 all-purpose yards and touchdowns against the Giants. Then came up Miles Sanders, but the unsung hero is really actually Greg Ward Jr., a quarterback out of Houston that was sitting on our practice squad and found himself 4 catches along with the touchdown grab against Josh Norman to seal the victory against Washington last week. And we're asking more of the same this week. We only have 2 healthy wide receivers this week as of right now, as I'm doing this video right now. We got Robert Davis, which is a 4'4", 6'3" type wide receiver that we got actually from Washington that I've mentioned before. We got Greg Ward, which we all know if you watch this guy's videos, man, and thank you for all the love and support from people from actually Texas that went to school with him, were cousins of him, went to college with him, and know the guy. They're saying this guy is a huge steal for us. And they're actually cheering for this guy. Yeah, people from Texas are cheering for Greg Ward that plays for the Eagles. So that's why I say thank you for all the love and support you guys have been showing. My last video, I'm saying, hey look, we need to do the Wildcat with this guy. And I see that. We need to get creative this week. Because the focus is more on our offense. Carson Wentz, you have to trust all your receivers, all your backs this week from the get-go. You're faced with no option in the fourth quarter against Washington, and you found life by passing the ball to everybody, not just forcing it into Zach Ertz and causing for you to hold onto the ball, which causes for you to get strip sacked. We can't have that this week, especially with somebody that we know is coming in Robert Quinn. Dallas is pretty banged up. Most notably is Van Der Esch, a really good linebacker that they have. Always the question is Sean Lee playing? I don't think Sean Lee is even as good as Van Der Esch, so it's actually a plus that Van Der Esch is not going to be playing, but they have other guys out there that are going to be coming. And Robert Quinn, he's like the Dallas version of Kerrigan that we have to deal with on Washington whenever he's healthy. That's just a pain all the time when you know he's coming. There's a lot of reports on Dak being injured, his throwing shoulder, and what is he going to do to play and what's going to happen with that. Guess what? I could care less about that injury because winners find a way to play and compete, and even Dak. But you better believe he's going to be ready because this is a big game for him as well. You have a lot of pressure on both of these quarterbacks because none of them, neither one of them has performed either at all in the playoffs or greatly in the playoffs, and it's needed in order to validate their careers. You got Jason Garrett that's on the hot seat, but he has not done well with the talent that he has around him. The Amari Cooper and Ezekiel Elliott and Dak, if you consider him one of the top quarterbacks. I think he's above average, yes. So he's on the hot seat, so you better believe he's going to be pulling out all the stops. Because if Dallas loses, yeah, there's still a possibility for them to win the NFC East, but it would cause for us to have to lose against the Giants and for them to beat Washington, but they don't want to play that game. So you better believe they're going to be coming at us with everything. And that's where we got to get more motivated, more passionate, more creative to beat the ever-living crap out of the Dallas Cowboys. There's nothing more that I want for this entire season. I'm kind of glad it's come to this point. Yes, I would love to be like 11-2 or some crazy record right now and not have this even mean a thing. But you know what? It's going to happen a certain way. It's going to happen like this. It's going to happen at home. It's going to happen in front of us, our fans, our city, our team, our loud, passionate fan base. It's going to happen when other people aren't going to believe in us. I hear all social media and the news and all that stuff, and nobody's giving us a shot because they see that we struggled against certain teams and we made other people look a whole lot better than other people thought they should look. Oh well, I could care less what other people think and what other people say. What matters is Sunday afternoon at 4:25 in the Link and what our team does against the Dallas Cowboys and what I fully expect for big games from everybody. I'm looking for a 44-6 type win. I'm looking for a loud stadium that Dallas can't even hear what's going on in there. And I'm looking for an NFC East title. So this is the week we've all been waiting for. This is what Eagles fans love to see. Eagles, Cowboys, crash course, an explosion, and only one team standing. And on Sunday, I hope and believe, while I'm yelling up in here, section 204, come and say hi if you want to and give a shout out. I'm looking to be one of those fans that cheer our Eagles to victory on the road to the playoffs, back where we belong, on top of the NFC East, on the road to another Super Bowl victory. Dallas sucks!